and welcome to What's in this week's Oban Times with me, Fiona Scott.
Me, Kathie Griffiths.
And me, Ellis Butcher.
And holding us together with sticky back plastic this week is our very own IT whiz, Martin Stewart. How are you doing, Martin?
Good morning, folks.
Good morning. Now, that's all you get to say on a Wednesday.
That is, yes.
We just wanted to check you were there. So, yeah, as usual, we've been busy working flat out on this week from our kitchen tables, bedrooms, and in Kathie's case, a caravan roof, to gather tales of daring do from around Oban, London Islands. Have you been having a good week so far, chaps?
That's a heck of a build-up, Fiona. I hope we can live up to expectations.
Kathie, you always have tales of daring do. What?
Daring do. Well, there has actually been lots going on. Black Lives Matter Oban, masses happening there. Kicks off on Friday, so that's 2 days from now, isn't it? Yeah, kicks off on Friday at 12:30 with a silent show of solidarity. They're hoping lots of people are going to turn up and line the esplanade from Station Square all the way up to Corran Halls to show support for the BLM movement. And there's going to be little chalk markings. Anyone who's actually worried about social distancing, there's going to be little sort of washable chalk marks made along the front so people know where to stand. And if you can, please wear face masks. So that's happening. Also, the switching off the lights at McCaig's Tower on the Friday night and the Saturday night as a show of respect for the movement. And on Saturday, there's going to be a rally with lots of speakers. That's all going to be online. So you can read all about that in this week's OT and online as well.
I've been writing about important issues this week as well. Children from Tonic and Kilkenny primary schools have been getting creative in order to raise awareness of microplastic pollution in the world's oceans. So they've teamed up with artist-led design studio Crewbag and Sam's to design and produce sustainable notebook collection called Our Plastic Oceans. So they've came up with some beautiful, colourful creations for that. They're lovely, and you can have a look at them and read all about it in this week's paper. Ellis, you still there? You've had problems this morning?
I've had a few sound problems, but I'm sure that you'll benefit from not being able to hear me.
Oh, you're loud and clear now, loud and clear.
That's good. Well, has anyone been enjoying the weather that we've had?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
It's
Definitely.
just been fantastic. Well, I've done a story this week, which is quite an interesting one. It's about the effects that both the combination of the good weather, the settled warm weather that we've been enjoying, and also the lack of traffic, that's apparently having a real boost to beehives. And there's a firm called Webster's Honey, which is a Scottish firm that's got over 100 hives across the country, and they've got a place at the Durra Nature Reserve between Oban and Fort William. And they've said that their bees are absolutely buzzing this year and that they've had one of the most successful years ever. So if you're looking for honey this summer, you'll probably get some good stuff.
Oh, lots of yummy honey, Kathie.
I know.
You
What's
have
that to me for?
because I know you're starving, and I just thought Ellis's story there made you learn.
Oh, I would love a piece of honey and toast right now. It would sweeten me up for the day.
Oh.
Not that I need it, someone say. Right, I'll say about myself then. Now, talking of sweet, if I can sort of jump in there, I did the most delightful story this week, a little bit further away from our Oban shore, actually over on South Uist. But it's such a great story. There were a pod of about 17 pilot whales who sadly had got stranded, had got into too shallow waters, but they were rescued. And part of the rescue, which is absolutely amazing, was down to two little girls, an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old, who were helping islanders get these animals back to deeper water. They were on one of the rescue boats and they actually sang in Gaelic to the whales. And I was talking to a pilot whale expert who said, it's true, actually, they really enjoy singing. And if it's female voices, that's even better. And she was there and witnessed this almost instant calming of these animals in the water who'd been fretting and chittering and getting all sort of edgy. And as soon as the girls started singing, they just sort of calmed down. And when the girls stopped singing, the animals started chittering at them again to get them to start up and sing again. So that's a great story. So read about that as well.
Oh, that's lovely. I wonder if they sing to one another in the ocean. It'd be nice, that.
It would be. It would.
Going all wistful.
I think they should do their own podcast.
Oh, Ellis.
Ellis, Martin, can you put his sound off again, please? Also, looking at outdoors things on the sporting front this week, I've been talking to Atlantis Leisure General Manager Nick Wesley. You'll all know by now that the tennis is up and going, and this beautiful weather's bringing our tennis players out full force. But Nick and the rest of the team have also been working away behind the scenes during lockdown. Now, a lot of the Atlantis team are on furlough at the moment, but they've been pulling together and having, Zoom sessions and just, speaking to one another, helping one another through this. And a lot of them have set up their own just little things to do to keep people active during this lockdown. So that's great. So you can read all what's happening in Atlantis on the sports pages in this week's Oban Times.
Well, looking forward to this weekend. Hands up who likes Scottish music. Not just traditional Scottish music, which is great, but those Scottish bands and groups and singers. Are we fans?
Yeah, go on, yeah. Alice, have you joined a boy band? Have you set up your own boy band?
It'd be a very old lads band, I think, if it was one that I was joining. The reason I mention this is that there's a big virtual festival taking place from Friday, and I've done a piece about that in this week's Oban Times. And the idea of this is it's been organised to try and raise money for all of those music venues that there are, including the View in Oban, no less. There are dozens of music venues across the country which, of course, have not been able to open their doors for gigs and festivals and such like, and they're really struggling for money. So this is a crowd-funded idea, and you can read all about it this week. But some of the stars that are lining up for this festival are amazing. You've got Fran Healy, who I don't need to tell anyone is the lead singer of Travis. You've got Katie Tunstall. You've got Wet, Wet, Wet. And you've also got some sort of newer bands and groups like The Excerpts, Hunter and the Bear, B. Charlotte, Fatherson, and Honeyblood. So that's the place to go on Friday. But you can read all about how to watch it in the Oban Times this week.
Sounds great.
Sounds fantastic, yeah. So here at the Oban Times, we're always happy to hear from you. So stay in touch, tell us your stories, let us know if you're planning anything for the weekends, and share those photos. You can contact us by calling 01631 568 000 or by emailing editor@obantimes.co.uk. You can also message us on Facebook. During the COVID crisis, you can read all of our stories online or pick up a copy of the OT from supermarkets, newsagents, and petrol stations. To get the page-turning digital edition of the Oban Times, subscribe now and get 3 months for the discounted price of just £4.80. Absolute bargain. And for now, we're still asking you to stick to the current COVID guidelines and protect the NHS. So it's goodbye from me, Fiona Scott.
And goodbye from me, Kathie Griffiths.
And goodbye from me, Ellis Butcher.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.